What's up, everyone? My name is Jordan Bordez, and I'm going to do a Bible study. Um, this is something that used to be my life, and I'm just going to get right into it. For those of you who've never read this book, I want you to go ahead and, if you have to Google these scriptures, I want you to check out what's in here. With everything that's going on in the world today, I think that this is a vital video. I want to send a shout out to Billy Carson, who really is a powerhouse. You can see people not liking him that much, and there's a reason why, because he follows a different narrative. And we're just going to get right into it. Go ahead and open up your book or Google to Deuteronomy. Okay, that's Deuteronomy 17:12. Anyone arrogant enough to reject the verdict of the judge or the priest who represents the Lord your God must be put to death. Such evil must be purged from Israel. This is in the Bible, Deuteronomy 17:12. Okay? Exodus 22:17. You should not let a sorceress live. It's the second verse I've quoted. It says kill. Okay? Now, Leviticus 20:13. Let's go. Leviticus 20:13. All right? If a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them shall be put to death for their abominable deed. They have fortified their lives. That's number 3. Killing. Number 4, Leviticus 20:27. A man or a woman who acts as a medium or fortune teller shall be put to death by stoning. They have no one but themselves to blame for their death. Number 4, more killing. Number 5, whoever strikes his father or mother shall be put to death. Exodus 21:15. Exodus 21:15. It's number 5. Talking about, you know what it's talking about. All right. Number 6. This is in Proverbs. Proverbs 20:20. If one curses his father or mother, his lamp will go out at the coming of darkness. Leviticus 29. All who curse their father and mother must be put to death. They are guilty of a capital offense. Wow, that's number 7. Another killing in the Bible. God ordering people to kill. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, both of the man and the woman must be put to death. Leviticus 20:10. A priest's daughter who loses her honor by committing fornication and thereby dishonors her father also shall be burned to death. Leviticus 21:9. Does this sound like a loving creator? You guys, for those of you who don't know, this book is a book of war and murder. Yes, there's scripture verses inside of this book that say, God is love. Okay? This doesn't sound too loving to me, does it? What else does it say in the book? It says God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. People who preach this say, oh, but God changed after the Old Testament, and the New Testament was his new... No, God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Ever, this book says. Okay? Let's keep going. 2 Chronicles 15:12 through 13. They entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, the God of their fathers, with all their heart and soul. And everyone who would not seek the Lord, the God of Israel, was to be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. 2 Chronicles 15:12 through 13. There's another more death being ordered from the God of Israel. This is all in this book, okay? Let's just keep going here. Zechariah 13:3. If a man still prophesies, his parents, father, and mother shall say to him, you shall not live, because you have spoken a lie in the name of the Lord. When he prophesies, his parents, father, and mother shall thrust him through. Another killing. Parents kill Their children. Their children. Parents kill their children. Zechariah 13:3. Now, listen to this one. Deuteronomy 13:13. Suppose you hear in one of the towns the Lord your God is giving you that some worthless rabble among you have led their fellow citizens astray by encouraging them to worship foreign gods. In such case, you must examine the facts carefully. If you find it is true and can prove that such a detestable act has occurred among you, you must attack the town and completely destroy all of its inhabitants. What's happening right now in the world? What's happening right now in the world? So many people following this book of war and death. This Deuteronomy 13:13 says, kill the whole town. Okay? Destroy all of its inhabitants as well as the livestock. Then you must pile all the plunder in the middle of the street and burn it. Put the entire town to torch and burnt offerings to the Lord. That town must remain a ruin forever. It may never be rebuilt. Keep none of the plunder that has been set apart for destruction. Then the Lord will turn from his fierce anger and merciful you. So that's kill the whole town. Kill the whole town. How about this one? Deuteronomy 20:21. But if this charge is true, she wasn't a virgin, kill her. Kill her because she has committed a crime against Israel. Against Israel. Come on, guys. This is something that my life, I used to follow this book with my life. And then I started to wake up and realize that this is a book of war. This is a book of war that was put together by men. Well, why do you say this? A lot of people don't understand. The Bible was not a book that was found, okay? The Bible was not a book that was found. This was a book that was put together by men. It was put together by men. And I just really want you guys to dig deep if you're people who follow this book and you're supporting Israel. Now listen to me. I love everyone on earth except for the elite that want to wipe everyone out. Did you know that everyone can fit inside of half of California? Everyone on earth can fit into half of California. A lot of you won't believe this. You're Googling it right now. This is true. Their agenda to push that the world is overpopulated, that people are just destroying everything. It's not the people, it's the companies and the organizations that are creating all this plastic and all this garbage and all these things that could be made in a way that's harmonious for planet Earth, but it's not, because they care about money and power. I don't know why. Have you ever asked yourself why? Why do people care so much about, why do you care so much about money and power? What is the point? You really, if you're a millionaire, why do you need to have more? It's something that I won't understand. But what I do understand is that this book is responsible for more deaths than anything else in the world. Because people will kill because this is what God says, because it was pounded in their head as a child. This is the most important thing I've ever put on social media before. I'm not a religious person. I create music. I'm here in my studio right now. And I've been blessed to travel the world, okay? I think traveling, if you ask me, what is the greatest thing you can do to change your life and change your heart? If you're feeling depressed, you just need something new here. You need to go on a trip around the world. Go to the places where the governments tell you don't go, okay? Because I've been to India. I've lived in Africa. I've lived in Australia. I've lived in Thailand. I've lived in Europe. I've traveled all over this world, and let me tell you something. We're living in a paradise. This planet is incredible. And once you break your mind out of this book, your whole life is going to change. Your whole life is going to change. Because this is nothing but a vice on your mind that's keeping you enslaved. This book is full of, I can keep going. You want me to, let's keep going with some scripture verse. Let's see, rape in the Bible. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Judges 21:10 through 24. So they sent 12,000 warriors to Jabesh Gilead with orders to kill everyone there, including women and children. What's going on right now? This is what you are to do, they said. Completely destroy all the males and every woman who is not a virgin. Among the residents of Jabesh Gilead, they found 400 young virgins who had never slept with a man, and they brought them to camp at Shiloh in the land of Canaan. The Israelite assembly sent a peace delegation to the little remnant of Benjamin who were living on the rock in Rimmon. Then the men of Benjamin returned their homes, and the 400 women of Jabesh Gilead were given to them as wives. But there were not enough women for all the men. The people felt sorry for Benjamin because the Lord had left this gap in the tribes of Israel. So the Israelite leader asked, "How can we find wives for the few who remain, since all the women of the tribe of Benjamin are dead? They must be heirs for the survivors, so that an entire tribe of Israel will not be lost forever. But we cannot give them our own daughters in marriage, because we have sworn with a solemn oath that anyone who does this will fall under God's curse." Then they thought of the annual festival of the Lord held in Shiloh between Lebanon and Bethel, along the east side of the road that goes to Bethel. They told the men of Benjamin who still needed wives, "Go and hide in the vineyards." Okay, listen to this. "When the women of Shiloh come out for their dances, rush out from the vineyards, and each of you can take one of them home to be your wife." Kidnapping, rape, murder. Keep going. Numbers 31:7. Murder, rape, pillage of the Midianites. Deuteronomy 20:10. More rape and pillage. Deuteronomy 22:28. Laws of rape. Deuteronomy 22:23. Death of the rape victim. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Let me tell you something. Like I said earlier, this is a big shout out to Billy Carson, because I had already stepped away from religion, but I still struggled with these feelings inside of my heart, because I was Acquire the Fire, Billy Graham training seminars. I moved to Europe when I was young and went to a Christian missionary organization. From age born to 21, my whole life was in the church. I was an ordained prophet. I did worship. I DJ'd. The first place I DJ'd was in a church. I want you guys to really, really wake up to this if you're someone who's engulfed in this church. Let me tell you something. The religious religion in America is one of the most racist, outright evil organizations in the world. And the wars that have happened and the people that have killed, this book has killed more people than anything else on earth. Look through this book, okay? Who's ordering all the killing in this book? You've someone who's studied this book. I'm speaking to you right now, and it's changing your whole entire life. Who's doing all the killing in this book? Who's ordering all the killing? Because it's not the devil. It's not the devil. Wow. Some people get so offended when they hear this. I mean, they get so upset. Let me tell you something. This is a book of war. It's a book of murder. Yes, the New Testament, man, it's beautiful. The different things they say in the New Testament, the different, like, love one another, treat others. You don't have to read this book to know to love one another. And I just want to end with this, guys, because I'm going to be doing, guys and girls, I'm going to be doing more videos like this. I think that whenever you change what you put into your mind, your whole life will change. Whatever you speak and everything you look around you, you created everything in your life. Now, I know I've said all this, and people who turned this off and got mad, they're going to come back to this video. And I want you to understand something right now. To me, I believe that there is a divine creator. I believe that the Spirit, Great Spirit, is real. And I believe that love is the power that we need in this world right now. And let me tell you something. This book was put together by evil men. Yeshua was definitely a real human who walked earth and spoke about the power of the Father. Okay? Spoke about the power of the Father. Okay? Now, what else would a divine creator send here? What else would a divine creator send here to relay a message? Well, it would be someone who can talk to us. If he sent a giraffe, it wouldn't really make sense. So I believe in the power of the Almighty Creator. I believe in the divine Spirit. I believe that Yeshua was a messenger, but we are also messengers. We are also sons and daughters of a great Creator. But religion, this has been the biggest, one of the worst things to ever happen to the human race. I love you guys.